Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle lately, you know that the Green Bay Packers are in a very interesting position heading into this offseason. The league is always about adjusting, upgrading, and sometimes shaking up the roster to find that perfect mix of talent and scheme compatibility. And this time, a blockbuster trade is on the horizon, one that could reshape the NFC North's power dynamics. We're talking about the potential swap between the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers involving Jalen Phillips and Kingsley Enagbare, along with a draft pick that could really make waves. It's not just a minor move. This could be a strategic shift that propels the Packers into a new era of pass rush dominance. Let's start by breaking down what's happening behind the scenes. The Miami Dolphins, a team known for their aggressive rebuild in recent years, are reportedly in transition. They've been running a 3-4 defense, trying to adjust their front seven to better fit their personnel and cap situation. They're also sitting on some cap relief rumors, with around $20 million in cap space, which opens the door for strategic moves. Now, whispers in Miami suggest that the Dolphins are considering trading Jalen Phillips, one of their most explosive edge rushers, in exchange for Kingsley Enagbare and a second-round pick in 2026. This kind of move signals Miami's willingness to shake things up, especially as they look to balance their roster and make room for future draft assets. From the Dolphins' perspective, Phillips is a high-upside player. You look at his stats: 142 tackles, 28. 5 sacks, 42 quarterback hits, and it's clear he's a sack artist who can turn games around with his relentless pressure. He's been a Pro Bowler, and according to PFF, he's had an impressive grade of 89. 2 in 2024, showing how dominant he can be when healthy. Even with a minor rib injury in Week 2 last season, Phillips still managed to rack up 12 hurries, allowing only 39 yards per run, which is quite solid. His potential is off the charts, and the Packers, known for their historic pass rush, see a real opportunity here. They've been struggling a bit in that department lately, ranking 28th in sacks with only 19 total last season. They've had issues with injuries. Van Ness, their promising rookie DE, was injured, and others like Wyatt have been rotating in. But adding Phillips could be that explosive element they've been missing. And let's talk about Kingsley Enagbare. The Packers see him as a solid piece, not just a filler, but someone with good upside. His PFF grade for 2024 is 78.9, which is decent, and he's shown flashes of being a disruptive force. Now, with Phillips coming in, the Packers plan to complement him with Gary, who posted an incredible PFF grade of 87.4 in 2024. Together, these two could form a formidable duo, significantly boosting the Packers' sack rate, projected to increase by around 20%. That's a game-changer for a team that has struggled to generate consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Imagine a front line featuring Phillips and Gary, both capable of winning one-on-one battles and collapsing the pocket. It's exactly what Green Bay needs to elevate their defense from middle-of-the-road to top tier. What's particularly exciting about this potential move is how it impacts the current dynamics of the team. The Packers have been looking to inject some explosiveness into their pass rush, and Phillips fits that mold perfectly. His ability to generate pressure, averaging around 1.5 pressures per game, is exactly what they need to reduce the burden on their secondary, which can then benefit from a front that's more aggressive and disruptive. It's a classic case of improving the front to elevate the entire defensive unit. Plus, this move could help reduce pressures on quarterback Jordan Love, who suffered 21 sacks last season. Giving him a bit more time and space to operate could make a significant difference in the passing game, especially considering the Packers' aspirations for a deep playoff run. Now, from the Dolphins' side, this move makes a lot of sense as well. They're in a bit of a rebuild mode, trying to develop Tua Tagovailoa and retool their offensive line. They're cagey about their QBR, an 83.1 rating last season, and want to give Tua more protection and weapons. Trading Phillips for Enagbare and a second-round pick is a way to balance their roster, focusing on strengthening their offensive line with the pick, and perhaps adding other pieces through free agency or the draft. Plus, Phillips's departure could open up more opportunities for other young players on Miami's defense, as they aim to develop a more well-rounded unit. As for the Packers, the potential upgrade from Enagbare to Phillips is huge. Their current sack total of only 19 last season was a disappointment, especially considering the talent they have in guys like Van Ness, who was injured and unable to fully contribute. The addition of Phillips could turn that around almost immediately, boosting their sack rate by 20% or more, according to projections. And when you look at the stats, Phillips's ability to generate pressure, averaging around 1.5 pressures per game, would be a significant upgrade over what they've had. It's a move that makes the entire defense more dangerous, especially when you combine that with the fact that their secondary will benefit from a more aggressive pass rush. Teams will have less time to throw, and the secondary can stay back and cover longer, making the entire defense more cohesive and effective. And what about the broader implications? Well, this move could also tip the scales in the NFC North. The Packers have been hovering around 500 or slightly below in recent seasons, trying to find their identity after the Aaron Rodgers era. But with a revamped pass rush, especially one that features a player like Phillips, they could become a much more formidable opponent. Their odds of winning the Super Bowl, which were around plus 1,800, could see a shift as well, especially if they manage to integrate Phillips quickly and effectively. That's the kind of move that energizes a team and gives them a real shot at making a deep playoff run. It's all about creating that winning formula, and adding Phillips to a front that already has Gary is a step towards that goal. Meanwhile, Miami's rebuild might take a bit longer, as they focus on developing Tua and building a stronger OL with their draft pick. They might not see immediate results, but they're investing in future stability. For the Packers, this move represents a window of opportunity, an infusion of talent that could push them back into serious Super Bowl contention. They've been close before, and with a more explosive pass rush, they could very well be favorites in their division once again. In the end, what makes this story so compelling is the strategic chess match happening behind the scenes. The Dolphins are looking to fine-tune their roster and capitalize on cap space, while the Packers are seizing an opportunity to elevate their pass rush and make a real statement in the NFC. It's a classic example of teams making bold moves to reach their goals, and for us fans, it's incredibly exciting to see these plans unfold. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, but this one stands out because of the impact it could have on the playoff picture and the upcoming Super Bowl. Just imagine the possibilities: Phillips rushing from one side, Gary from the other, both creating chaos for quarterbacks and unleashing a new era of Green Bay Packers defense. It's not just about adding a player, it's about shifting the entire dynamic of the team's identity. The Packers are known for their stout defense and passionate fan base, and now, with this potential addition, they could be on the verge of reclaiming that identity as a pass-rushing powerhouse. Meanwhile, Miami, with their recent rebuild efforts, might be taking a step back in the short term, but setting the stage for a more balanced roster in the future. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Phillips can become that sack artist who transforms the Packers' defense into one of the league's most feared units? Are you excited about the prospect of a more aggressive front, and how do you think it will impact their chances in the upcoming season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Green Bay Packers news. We're in an exciting era, and I can't wait to see how these moves unfold and shape the future of this proud franchise.